Now our next guest is a friend of the show who has endured her fair share of highs and lows over the years. The one person who's always been by her side is her rock, her eldest daughter, Molly. Here as part of our Mother's Week, ahead of Mother's Day this Sunday, is Kerry Katona and her daughter, Molly McFadden. Hello, hello, ladies.
Hey! Stop it! Stop it, all of ya! I'm just waiting for it all to calm down.
Calm down. How are you doing? You look so well.
Oh, thank you. I feel really well. But saying that, I just said to Molly at where you did a quick clip of us, I said, shall I link you? She went, no, I look like your carer.
And you look well, haven't you just come back from holiday?
I have, I just been
You managed to sneak one in before the lockdown.
Oh, yeah, much needed. It was lovely, it was beautiful.
Are you still doing all your fitness stuff?
Yeah, I am. Well, we did a bit of yoga out there, not too much. I went to the Maldives before on my second honeymoon, but I went back again this time, but with somebody new. So, but
with Ryan, yeah?
With Ryan, yeah. It was lovely. It was
did it feel weird? Because you kind of normally surrounded by your kids and you went on your own, didn't you?
I had a bit of a panic attack the last 3 days, got really anxious. As much as I complain, you know, what it's like being a mum.
Yeah.
Kids are driving me crazy, I want a bit of a break. The last 3 days, I started getting really bad anxiety.
What about not being able to get home?
Yeah. And then we thought we had a mix-up with the plane, and I burst into tears, going, I just want to go home. And Ryan's going, look where you are. I know, I just want to go home to the kids. And within 5 minutes, they were doing me head in. Yeah, driving me crazy.
Molly, can I ask you?
Don't have to comment.
How do you deal with your mum?
Oh, God.
How do you deal with her? Well, no, because she's just full of life. She's larger than life.
Isn't she?
And sometimes, you know, from your perspective, how do you deal with it?
I think we're very similar. No, like we're very much the same person in like a lot of ways.
We're sick, aren't we? Yeah. I mean, humour. We have a sick sense of humour.
Yeah.
Like, we think we're dead funny. We're the only ones who think we're funny.
Yeah, I think you're funny.
Oh, thanks, Stace. Just ask Stace. No, go on.
Sorry.
Well, it says here that you think, you know, you're best friends. And as a daughter, do you want your mum to be your best friend or do you want your mum to be your mum?
So I think when I was younger, I didn't want her to be my best. You know, like, no, go away, Mum, I don't. But like, I think since I moved out of the house, I'm always on to her. She's like the first person I go to for anything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it
made
easier
you move
out of the house? Because obviously...
I don't know, just a change.
Yeah.
Just
How old
to
were you when
carry
you
on.
moved?
I just turned 16 when I moved. And
Oh, so quite old then. I mean, oldish.
Well, she just did her GCSEs in England, and you didn't get the results really you wanted to. And Molly hadn't applied for any colleges, or you didn't what you wanted to do. So in Ireland, with her grandparents living out there, you go to school till you're 18, 19, then you go to sixth form.
No, you
and
don't.
so on. Well,
University after
University.
that, yeah.
So she got an extra 3 years of school.
Yeah.
So she's still in school. Even though she's 18, she's still in school.
Is that quite a nice feeling? Because it's scary leaving school at 16 sometimes when you don't know what you're going to do and you don't.
You still don't know what you want to do, really.
Let her answer.
Sorry.
You've been told, haven't you?
Did you move away to get
Molly?
peace and quiet?
Yes. No, I just think it was just a nice change, just a different atmosphere, you know, because I'm the oldest of 5. So it was just nice to just see.
Get a bit of time to yourself, I suppose.
Yeah, but I think as soon as I left, I was like, oh my God, like I didn't realise how much I actually missed being the oldest sister.
Yeah.
Then I come back and go
You've
back.
said a lot that you know, Molly's been your rock through some really difficult times. And obviously what's wonderful is you're well now and you're healthy and fit and all good. But when you were making the documentary about your...
Coming clean.
Yeah, you said that you sat Molly down and had a chat with her.
Yeah.
And one of the things I thought was really heartwarming was you didn't know, because you put yourself all the time down all the time that you're, you know, I could have been a better mother.
I think.
Yeah, but
I
you did
do
a
it
great
before
job.
anybody
Molly
else.
didn't notice.
Yeah. Well, I think when you have an addiction or you're hiding things, you become a great actress.
But weren't you 9 as well? She was about 9.
It wasn't
weren't
like
you?
I was doing drugs in front
So you
of
wouldn't
my
really
kids.
know at 9.
No, I mean, everyone else knew. You know, obviously the news of the world was out at that time, but everyone else knew I had a problem. Even I didn't really know I had a problem with anything. And so I did a G.I. Jane boot camp and got myself sorted, and then I did this documentary, a 90-minute documentary called Kerry Katona Coming Clean. And it had the video of me snorting cocaine. It had everything. There was so many tears, and I don't think my kids had ever seen me cry at that point. And Molly was 9 and Lily was 8, and we was both in private school. We was in Surrey, and I sat them both down.
I remember that.
And I was doing my own TV show called Kerry Katona The Next Chapter on ITV2, which I wouldn't mind having back. And I sat them down and I said, right, I need you to watch this show. I said, what you're about to watch is a lot of things you don't know about Mummy. And just remember what you're going to watch now, that isn't Mummy anymore. I think they were really shocked because they hadn't seen me because I was so brutally honest with the
What were you hoping
Molly?
to get out of showing them that?
I just didn't want my girls going into school and everyone else seeing
Hearing
it.
about
I wanted
it.
them to be forewarned and go, OK, this is what's going on, because being who I am and being an open book that I am, I like everyone else knows. So I wanted them to know, but I wanted them to hear it from me.
Do you remember watching that, Molly? And how did you feel when you saw it?
I don't remember it as well as, like, I probably should have, because to me it wasn't a big deal to me, because it was just like another day that Mum just told me something, and I just kind of pushed it out of my mind. But I remember, I think I just remember hugging her afterwards, and then I think, did we go outside into the garden or something?
Yeah, we just I remember crying. Well, I sat back and watched them watch it, and I was so embarrassed. I felt so low. I thought, I can't believe I'm having to show this to kids.
I think I remember watching us watch it.
Yeah.
I think that's what I remember, seeing us watch it back. That's what I remember more than actually sitting there and watching it.
Was it difficult at school, Molly? Were people...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
but...
They still are.
Yeah.
Still do to the younger kids.
And then, like, even though, like, years ago, these kids still get... Because I have, like, Heidi and Max always saying something to me
These
about
kids said this in school. My
said
mum's a
these kids said this.
cokehead.
And it's like, this was years ago, and they shouldn't even know. These, like, young kids,
Yeah.
they don't...
I've been clean nearly 12 years. How do kids of my Heidi and Max's age even
their
know?
parents-
Because their parents do it.
That Kerry goes, look at this.
Molly, obviously, you know, how do you deal with something like that? Because, look, my children go to school and I'm on the telly and I'll say something and, you know, they get picked on and I have to do constant talking about them. How do you deal with it? Because you're 18 now.
I think it's just... I don't know. I think he's just something that you just had to deal with, and I just
She's not
kind of...
known any different, have you?
Yeah, you just have to let it go. You just have to let it go over your head. And as long as you know the truth and you know, like, your own family, it shouldn't really matter what anybody else says at all.
You're a very strong younger
you
lady.
are.
That's incredible.
If she had a problem at school, she wouldn't tell me because she made a mistake of telling me once.
Did you go into the plate?
Well,
like
I
that?
put my foot down on that brake, I turned the car around, I did this big private school and marched her in. I was like, you can have a problem with me, but with my kid, I was going mad because a young boy got a bit physical with her and I wasn't having any of it. It was like, you know, whether your mum's a lollipop lady or a lawyer or... It doesn't matter. You know, you shouldn't be judging anybody. And the fact... And that's my biggest...
Yeah.
What upsets me more than anything is the fact that my kids will be forever scrutinised or be brought down because of my past mistakes, which had nothing to do with my children. And that's the cross that I have to bear for the rest of my life, and that kills me. And when you constantly get it through in your face, it's like, how am I supposed to move on with my life if you're going to keep bringing it up all the time?
Yeah.
And I bring it up into my kids' faces as well because they're great kids. I've done an amazing job with my kids.
You really have.
I
You
really
can,
have.
you
I
can
know I
see
have.
that you really have as well. Because
And Molly, obviously, you've known life in the public eye through osmosis. Obviously, you know,
Since
because
you were a
of
baby.
you don't know any different. There was speculation a little while back. I need to ask you this with 10 seconds to go. Are you going on Love Island? No.
If I've got anything to do with it, she will. Do I need a new house?
Absolutely not, no.
So reality TV is not something that you would do for your...
No,
for
I leave
yourself?
that to my mum. No. She's good.
Smart girl.
Oh, you sound lovely. So, right. So
Don't
uni for
really
you
know
then,
her.
do you think?
I hope so.
Thank you so much for coming
Thanks for
on
having
our
us.
show
So
today.
much
I know
for
this is
having
just the start of our Mothering Week, if you like, but thank you for kicking it off
No,
today.
she'll forget to send me a card.
You don't have to now. You've come on this weekend.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better than that.
It has happened before.
Yeah, and you're awesome. You are awesome.
Oh, thank you.